The Jags get drummed on Monday Night Football. They lose an embarrassing game to the Bills, 10-47. We'll go into it right here on the Jaguar podcast. What's good, everybody? It's another episode of the Jaguar podcast, and it's game recap time. Jags versus Bills. They get crushed 10-47. Really embarrassing loss here for the Jaguars. I was not surprised, to be honest. I'm not saying that just to pat my own back here, but if you watched any of the episodes in the preseason that I did, some of the collaborations, especially one that I did with fellow Jaguars YouTuber Jaguar Gator 9, we both kind of agreed that we wouldn't be surprised if the Jags went 0-4 early in the season, just because of the strength of that schedule and those first set of games there, playing really good teams. But this was just really bad. I mean, the Jaguars offense just looked terrible. Trevor looked bad. He was sailing balls over wide receiver's head. He had a really bad interception, I think, late in the third against he threw it to Damar Hamlin. It was intercepted by Hamlin. And, I'm happy for him because he's had just quite a story in the NFL. I'm glad he's playing well. But Trevor just threw this ball over, I want to say it was maybe Gabe Davis, his head, or it might have been Brian Thomas Jr., but regardless, yeah, terrible ball, gets picked off. The wide receiving core didn't do well at all. I mean, Christian Kirk had a terrible drop in the end zone. The ball hit him right in the helmet. He's been not playing well this season at all. Brenton Strange had some drops. They couldn't get the running game really going. The offensive line was terrible. They gave up, I believe, 5 sacks in this game. So unfortunately, not a lot to really, dwell on positively. The defense didn't look good either. They couldn't protect the edge. So, Buffalo got out early and threw some quick passes there. I think James Cook had a nice catch, I think early in the first half for about 20 yards. And then they just kept moving the ball and were aggressive, and they kept their foot on the gas, and they put a 40 burger on us, and we just looked bad. The, the defense didn't play well. The pass rush was non-existent. I know there was that one play that Trayvon got held on that was like egregious. I mean, they should have thrown a flag there, but he's got to keep fighting. He's got to keep pursuing the ball. Josh Allen was nowhere to be found in this game, really. To make matters worse, cherry on top, Foye Oluokun, he's hurt. I think he has his, I believe his foot is hurt, flared up plantar fasciitis. I've had that a bunch of times because I run long distance, and I know that could be really irritating. So, just not good for the Jaguars. So I guess Muma's going to have to step up in the linebacking core, but this team's just not doing a lot right. And the play calling, again, just looks super conservative and bland. So, I don't want to go full nuclear here. I know a lot of people are. I've seen crazy things. I believe, what was it, the first year Doug Peterson was coaching the Jags, they had they had a long losing streak there in the middle of the season, and then came back and made the playoffs. So I've seen crazier things happen. Do I think that's going to happen now? I doubt it. I just doubt it, the way this team's playing and just with the injuries they've had too. So, but who knows? Who knows what can happen? But yeah, and I don't know why a lot of the starters for the Jaguars defense were not on the field. They were rotating in and out. I didn't really get that. Eric Armstead was playing defensive end. I don't know why he's playing on the outside. Just move him inside. That's where he plays. Put him in there with D Ham and Roy Robertson Harris. But he was playing edge, and I don't know what's going on there. Obviously, it didn't work. So, yeah, the Jags get embarrassed. Do they have to clean house in terms of the coaching staff and the front office? I don't know if I'm there yet, but I think it could likely be a potential situation if they lose against Houston in week 4. I think that Doug's really going to be on the hot seat. If that's the case, I think you have to start over. You have to, clean the staff out and start from scratch, clean out the front office. So that means, getting rid of the GM, and then I believe his assistant GM, who's pretty tight there with Balky. But yeah, just not a lot positive to say, guys. I'm going to try to keep it short, try to keep this episode short. But how do you guys feel? Do you think this was, do you think it's the end of the world? Do you think the Jags can come back and start winning? I don't know. I'm skeptical. Anything could be possible, but I think it's unlikely at this point. Let me know how you feel. Leave me a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. If you guys enjoy my content, as always, hit that like button for this video. It always helps me with the YouTube algorithm. If you want latest updates on video drops and content and episodes, make sure to hit that bell icon so you get those latest updates, and then hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my work. Always appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you next time. Duval! What's up, everybody? It's Andrew from the Jaguar podcast. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as always. And remember, this is a podcast, so you can find this pretty much wherever you find podcasts. Subscribe to it. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.